So I kept telling myself it'd come naturally. As if I'd be talking about the baby and his name would just come out. And that's what it would be. At least that's what I kept telling myself.
So in like 2 weeks' time, I probably went through 30 websites. Nothing fit.
No.
Nothing sounded right. And nothing worked. Nothing was working.
Hello. Hanky's Hump Day number 9 baby names. We were trying to think of baby names and we knew it was a boy. So we started looking for boy names, thinking about boy names, talking about boy names.
Went through a bunch of family names.
Yeah.
We were just like checking them off the list of everything that we could think of. And they're really, nothing fit.
Yeah.
Nothing sounded right. So in like 2 weeks' time, I probably went through 30 websites, lists of names, 10,000 baby names. One site I went to because Michael's family is originally Irish. I went through a bunch of Irish name lists. And then I went through a bunch of German name lists because that's my family. And nothing worked. Nothing was working.
It was like a month where we would text back and forth just randomly. Or we'd be together and a name would pop in our head and we'd say it. Even though the situation could be completely different, we knew what we were doing.
Yeah.
Like, we're just consistently on this linked brainwave of trying to think of a name.
We would send each other texts back and forth of like just random names.
Yeah.
It wouldn't say anything else, just the name.
And we're like, and it's like we got to a point where it's like, dude, are we? Because we want to be original. We want it to have meaning. This kid's gonna have this name forever, and we
want it to be very boy.
Yeah.
You know, not one that would be flip-flop for either gender. We wanted a strong male name.
Yeah.
That was kind of like the beginning of it. Is a really strong boy name.
And we weren't gonna go with Rondon.
Rondon is on his way. You excited, Dad?
Yeah, very. Which is what her dad and my dad came up with at the gender reveal. Well, whatever.
So my dad's name, or his real name, is Ronald, and his dad's name is Donald. So they came up with Rondon.
Sound like a
porn star. It sounds like a porn star. Anyway. So I was like getting really frustrated with that, honestly, because it was mostly me. I was kind of obsessed with it. Like, I felt the need to come up with a name because with Annabelle, as soon as I found out I was having a girl, I figured out her name within just a couple of days. It was very, very easy. Me and my mom sat down and we were like, she worked with me and we figured it out. So I was like, all right, well, I need to start working on our baby registry. So I was on Amazon and I'm filling it out. And oddly enough, so our bedroom, we don't have a baby room. The house we live in is only 3-bedroom. So the baby's going to be living in our bedroom with us.
Till we find our forever home.
Yeah. So I was really looking for a crib and sheets and like stuff to decorate that would match our bedroom furniture or be something that we could live with, because I didn't want to have a baby crib with a bunch of like very kiddish colors and stuff. And that's not really us anyway. We're kind of rustic. So I decided to go with more of like a neutral, woodsy theme. I'm going through and I'm adding all this stuff and I'm noticing that like almost everything has these bears on it. And all of a sudden this pop-up comes up of bear paint. And it just hit me like a ton of bricks and I was like, I want the name Bear. I love the name Bear. So I text Michael.
We've gone through hundreds of these by now, so
yeah.
I start joking with her, and I'm like, the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Let's name him Baloo. Like.
Yeah.
But every name that we texted back and forth, I would think it through. And
He'd
I would
find
feel it.
some reason to not.
Yeah, that's my ex-girlfriend's son's name. That one won't work.
Oh yeah, that
like,
was one. We were kind of set on that one until yeah.
But I don't know. It's like it started feeling like that feeling. Like I could see that being the name, and then
yeah.
You said that you seen it on the news the next day.
Yeah, so the next day on the Today Show, a list of like the top 10 names for 2022 for babies. But the number one boy name was Bear. And I was like, okay, this is like...
And I'm thinking it through, right? And I've always been weird about middle names and initials, and so I'm like, I don't know if Bear would be perfect for the first name. What could a first name be and Bear be the middle name? Because our last name, Hunt, it's always tricky. Bear Hunt. Like, dude, that kid is gonna have a hard time in school, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking through all this stuff, and I don't remember how it came about, but I remember the name Theodore popped in my head, and I just spouted it out. We were at the bakery, and Theodore Bear Hunt, and Hannah starts laughing, and she goes, Teddy Bear. And I
said, so we're gonna call our kid Teddy Bear Hunt.
And I'm like, because we wanted to be original and creative, and it just felt right. It was that thing.
The more we said it too, I mean, we were like, okay, he could have a ton of different names that people call him,
Theodore, Bear.
Yeah. Theo Hunt.
They don't even have to know his middle name in school.
But they're going to.
Look, I'm 6'8". You're almost 6 foot. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a big old bear.
Yeah, he's
like,
gonna be a big boy. Ain't a whole
lot of kids gonna be messing with it. If anything, the girls are gonna be like, "Oh, teddy bear, come on!" You know what I'm saying? Gonna be knocking them dead. Y'all watch.
So we were talking about it at the bakery the next week, and I kept telling people, and we got 2 reactions. It was either like
"That's the sweetest,
I love it,"
or they just
or it was like, "You
us.
Cannot name your kid that."
Like we're the worst parents in the world.
One time I'm telling a friend at the bakery, and this lady is sitting at a table with her 2 kids. And she's just sitting there smiling. I look over at her. She said, "I will remember this day forever." And I was like, what do you mean? She said, "I know your husband. And you are so tall too." She said, "One day on the NFL or in the NBA, I'm going to be watching a game, and this announcer's going to be like,
Teddy Bear Hunt.
Teddy Bear Hunt.
Number 13.
And I'm going to remember this day that you named your kid."
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm getting a little teary-eyed.
Right.
It's our retirement plan.
I wish I knew that lady's name.
When you stay in the night, I will share.
Theodore Bear Hunt.
Yes. And also, you know, his initials will be TBH, which is to be honest.
He's gonna be very honest.
So maybe that's something. I mean, of course, we're too dark to be honest, but you know.
Yeah. There you go. How you been feeling? Baby.
A lot of movement. So that's another thing. This
Bear's
name.
been rolling around in there.
He just kicked me just a second ago. If I sit here long enough, you could probably see him kick my hands. Like he just kicked it. When I push on my stomach, like if I sit like this, the weight of my arms, he gets mad. He does not like he's a big boy. He's measuring bigger than what he's supposed to be. So when I push on my stomach, he hits back. I don't push hard. All you gotta do is put the weight of your hand almost on him, and he's, after a second, he's like, get off me. Like, why are you doing that to me? When we were having our ultrasound at our last appointment, the ultrasound lady was, I think she's getting a little frustrated because he wouldn't be still. He was moving around and he was kicking her, like as she's pushing the thing on my belly and whatnot. So,
Yeah.
which that turned into a different thing than expected.
We're the last doctor's appointment. We got some scary news.
Yeah. So,
which we'll share on the next one.
Some worries.
We love y'all.